Here's the ending. Reminiscing about Armor King. Look at the emotion in his eyes. And on his face. Oh, you fool. Wait, what's that? 2 Armor Kings? What's this? The shock on his face. Wait, is that it?
The king of the king of Iron Fist Tournament. Enter the Tekken.
Welcome, anyway, to, what am I calling it? The Tekken Tierlist? The king of the Iron Fist? Whatever, I don't know, who cares? I'll put these on YouTube for no one to watch. We are making the leap today to the Xbox 360 with Tekken 6. Tekken 6, also available in the arcade, on PlayStation 3 and PSP or Vita, I forget now. But I've got the Xbox 360 version. And a little fun fact about this Xbox 360 version, it is the first time that a mainline Tekken game appeared on a non-Sony console. So obviously we had, say, Tekken Card Challenge on the WonderSwan and stuff, but actual mainline games, this is the very first one. They went all the way up to Tekken 6 before it ever appeared on a console that wasn't a Sony console. And this is it. This is it. So, appeared in the arcade first, of course, and then they released an update to it called Tekken 6 Bloodline Rebellion. And I can't remember if it added any new characters or anything, but basically they released that version as Tekken 6 on consoles. Now, I thought I played this at the time, but having played this weekend in preparation for the stream, I'm gonna have to say no, I didn't at the time. I remember a lot about this game, so I must have just been watching it on watching people play it professionally and stuff like that. Because a lot of the facts I remember about this are based around, say, like Tekken Evo and stuff. So a lot of my opinion about this game is coloured by that. We shall discuss. But the disc is actually in my Xbox's drive. But it downloads it, doesn't it, to the hard drive and runs it from the hard drive.
Get ready for the next round.
Oh, that was loud! Oh my god. And what was I going to say then? Oh, this is loud. My dad got this turned up real loud in my ears. Right. So, well, let's talk about the backwards compatibility of this damn title. So, what it seems to be is that sometimes with the 360 games on Xbox Series X, which is what we're running on here, it'll either upscale it to 4K, make it look nice and crisp, or it will make it run at 60 frames a second, which is always nice. It appears for Tekken 6, neither of those things are true. As you can see, there's plenty of aliasing going on that image. And as you'll see, it is running, I think, at 30 frames a second instead. A shame, but never mind. What has improved, though, is the loading times, because people did complain about the loading times when this was released. Apparently, the loading times were quite ridiculous. So, now, pretty snappy, so that's nice. But let's talk about the content of this game. Because things have changed. As Jim says, is not anime Tom. This is an actual character. This is not a created fighter. This is a character that the Tekken devs have created themselves. His name is Lars, and he is now the main character of Tekken. He is the protagonist of Tekken from now on. Well, for this game at least. Him and a robot girl called Alyssa. What they've done is they've taken Tekken Force. Remember Tekken Force? Everybody loves Tekken Force. That side bit of content that you play once and then never touch again. They've taken that and made that the main game mode. I wish I was joking. So where it says scenario campaign there, that is That is Tekken Force, and that is the main... Yeah. And then online is obviously fighting online against people in the normal 1 versus 1. And then offline has got your arcade battle, ghost battle, team battle, time attack, survival, practice. Okay? And then gallery profile, I think, is where you customize your fighters. We'll come to that. I guess we're going to go into single player. You'll notice so many... there's 40 characters all in all. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unlocked because you unlock them for use in this. But do you know what? I'll come to that. So we'll go with Lars. Yeah, it's a huge roster. And if you were just doing arcade mode, you could select them all from the off without unlocking anyone. But for this, we've got to unlock them through. So we started here. Now, I started story mode earlier today. And as I was sat there watching the intro cutscene, and there was a knock at my front door, and it was my Tesco delivery. So I took the Tesco delivery in, put it all away, you know, sorted out the frozen stuff and the veggies and everything like that. And I came back, and that intro cutscene was still going. And I was like, for fuck's sake. And then the first level, this Brian level here, is about 30 seconds of gameplay with 5 minutes of boring chatter. Then another 30 seconds of gameplay, then another 5 minutes of boring chatter, and then another 30 seconds. And I was like, oh my god, this can't be it. But thankfully, it opens up a little bit after there, and the story's kind of lessened. I got one more cutscene after defeating Lily, and now we're on to the next level. And then we got this very kind of... Are you sure the armed men we're looking for are here? You see, the big cutscenes are all voiced, but these bits are not. According to my data, yes, I detected movement in this vicinity when I checked the area a moment ago. I've got their alternate costumes going up accidentally. We better investigate, come on. I can't, do you know what? No. I'm actually going to return to... I'm going to start this again. I'm going to get him in... I'm going to get them in the default costumes because they're worth looking at. There we go. This highly dynamic cutscene here of them just standing like statues. So here's Lars in his completely over-designed costume. He looks ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking with Lars. And the thing is, right, he's in Tekken 7 and 8 as well. And his costumes never get... But I hate the design of Lars. Absolutely think he looks terrible. So this is me just running around with the analog stick. And what I found out, right, is you can control him with the D-pad as well. And when you do that, he controls more like a classic kind of Tekken fighter. So you're just moving like on a 2D plane, basically. But if you use the analog stick, you can then free run around like that, and then, yeah. So you have to, if you want to play this well, you have to kind of keep switching between the analog stick and the D-pad. Oh, oops. Whoop. So I'm back to the analog stick now. Now back to the D-pad. Thank you. Batter some guys. Alyssa does a good job of it. Back to the analog stick while we get closer to these two. Back to the D-pad. Or what you can also do is use the D-pad and hold down the left bumper to go into a more analog style. Or again, use the analog stick and hold down left bumper to make it act more like the D-pad. So you're not, either way, you're not getting the best of either world, basically. So it really does behoove you to actually switch between the two. And then you collect eggs and chickens and stuff to get health up. Whee! And I'm just mashing stuff out here. I don't know how to play as Lars, especially in this mode. Stage fit. Oh no! I just slid off the edge. I'm gonna have to start from the beginning. There's no checkpoints. You just start from the beginning of the stage. Oh, I should talk about what the actual story of this game is. So, Forget about death by degrees. That might as well have not have happened, right? Which I'm very glad about, because last week that was painful to play. Think back to Tekken 5, right? With Jinpachi Mishima as the last boss. That absolute bullshit last boss. Who was mega difficult. Or mega spammy and crap. Now, Jin beat him. Canonically, the canonical ending of that is that Jin beat him and took control of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Now, between then and this game, he used the wealth and power of the Zaibatsu to declare themselves independent of all nations, and then declared war on all nations of Earth. So the Mishima Zaibatsu is his own country and is at war with every country on Earth, and is just attacking nations left, right, and centre, creating wars here, you know, and all over the place. All under Jin's control, all by Jin's say-so. Which is a bit weird. Our moody teenager has become a war criminal, and I'm not entirely sure. Well, I know exactly why, because I know what happens at the end. And Lars here is a member of Jin's Tekken force, which is like their army. He's like a commander on the Tekken force. And he goes on a mission and finds Alyssa, and then there's an explosion, and he's now got amnesia. And doesn't know who he is. And now the Tekken Force are after him. And the Tekken Force appears to consist of Nina Williams, Eddie Gordo for some reason, and a couple of other people. King of the Hill! Anyway, because we won't be getting to the end of this anytime soon, because this goes on for hours on end. So basically what will happen in the next few hours is, as Lars, I'll be running around meeting various people and not really progressing the story, up until the point that Lars finds out he's the illegitimate son of Heihachi. So is Kazuya's stepbrother, basically. Or however you want to put that. And the reason why Jin is being big warmonger is that there's a demon, an immortal demon buried somewhere that can only be summoned when the Earth has got like really negative energies. So he's using like wars to kind of summon this demon. Which he intends, because by summoning the demon and killing the demon, he can kill the devil gene inside of him and no longer be a devil. And that's why he's doing it. So yeah, this mode basically ends with Alyssa turning on you because she was created by Jin as a spy. Lars had gone rogue, so they needed some way to spy on him. I don't think the amnesia was part of the deal, but, you know, whatever works. So Alyssa gets destroyed, and he kind of vows to get her remade, because she's Robot Girl, you know. Oh, stage clear. Okay, cool. And then what else? Oh, yeah, and then Jin fights the demon, and apparently dies. And that's the end. That's the end of this game mode, basically. Here's me unlocking stuff for characters, or Lars specifically. Yeah, spoilers much. Yeah, sorry to spoil this for you, but what are the chances of us getting anywhere near that tonight? The answer is not very. Wait, he changed his clothes. When did he change his clothes? He got in the car, drove off, and when he got out the car, his clothes had changed. Tell you what, this game's right in the middle of the dark and moody period of games, isn't it? It is unfortunately also in that period of games where they overuse bloom. So this scene here isn't so bad for it. But later on you'll see, especially once I get to the actual fighting, you know, the one-on-one fighting modes, that it's just so full of bloom. Everything looks like really washed out and stuff. It's ridiculous. This Chinese merchant sure lives in an impressive place. Numerous by-readings detected, we should anticipate trouble if we mean to search inside. I don't know. I don't know. What's he like? But yeah, this is what this is, basically. This mode so far has been. It's just running around these nondescript brown areas while you beat up on just the same generic characters over and over again. Whenever Lars is on screen, all the other characters should be asking, where's Lars? Lars died on the way back to his home planet. What happened there? He died on the way back to his home planet by the looks of it. What are these guys supposed to be? What are you? Weird little gimps. Gimps with claws. I don't know. And then we got a big guy doing roly-polies. Roly-poly man! Let's go! He just loves the rolling. Rolling, 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 rolling. Keeps rolling, rolling. You dead yet? No. Are you Wang Jinrai? Oh, here's Wang. I was just talking about Wang. Everybody loves Wang. Save your words. Speak with your fists. That wasn't my intention, but if you wish. Well, it's just an absolute scrum. I've no idea what's going on. His health bar's going down, thankfully. There's a lot of people here. Yay, stage cleared! I've had enough of this scenario mode on Tekken 6. I don't think it's very fun, and I don't care about the story whatsoever. But within scenario mode, we have an arena. We're going to go to the arena, because as we've gone along and unlocked people here, they've become unlocked in the arena as well. And this is where you get their individual story modes, like you would do in classic Tekken games. So instead of going into arcade mode, you come here, and this is your classic story mode thing. In King of the Iron Fist Tournament 5, King faced Marduk in a grueling battle. However, a friendship formed between the two after the fight. Upon returning from the ring, Marduk was ambushed by someone dressed as Armor King. King was furious and vowed to find the culprit, but was unsuccessful. Armor King's dead. Who is this? The world was engulfed in war, and King had all but given up looking for Marduk's attacker when he received an invitation from Marduk to join him in the King of the Iron Fist Tournament 6. They both participated in the tournament, yet the Armor King imposter might show up. With that slight hope in mind, King decides to enter the tournament.
Get ready for the next battle.
Bob. Bob's one of the new characters. Bob is one of the reasons that some people don't like this game. We'll talk about later. And it's not because he's a chunky boy. Before anyone says anything. Look at this fun level with all the fountains and stuff. Can I do the throw combo? That's fine now. I always drop that second one. Well, the third one really, I suppose. King's got his classic moves.
You win. Round 2.
I'll come. You know, I'll come back to Bob later on. Tell you what people don't like about him. This is slightly more like it, isn't it? Yeah, this is what you want, really. But there's been a change to this game that people didn't really like as well. In something called Bound. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to demonstrate it because I don't know any Bound moves. But basically, in previous Tekken games, you would juggle someone up in the air, and then, you know, you'd juggle them with hits. And when they fell to the floor, that was it. The combo was over. But what you can do in this is all the characters have bound moves, and what bound means is just basically bouncing them off the floor. A move that bounces them off the floor and allows you to continue the combo. And people don't. It was a bit of a contention because it felt like it unbalanced the game quite a bit. Because people figured out how to kind of like bound people into like wall combos and stuff like that and do like massive damage. That was the whole thing. Also, once you've lost a certain amount of energy, you go into what's known as rage mode, and your attacks become stronger. And yeah, people don't like that as well because then it's like a comeback mechanic, which people don't really appreciate it all that much. That was two reasons why people were kind of about that. And also they kind of patched it quite a bit, especially once Bloodline Rebellion came along. But some of the characters are really unbalanced. Like, the reason people don't like Bob is because he's really powerful as a character. In fact, like that year's Evo when people played Tekken 6, the main event, the final match of the tournament that they held at Evo was Bob versus Bob. He's like really unbalanced, and like Lars was unbalanced, and then I think Devil Jin was like really powerful as well, and then characters like Yoshimitsu were crap. Like I said, I think they by and large sorted it out by the time like they were done patching this game and stuff. Yeah, people didn't like it. But then again, a lot of people swear by this. This is a lot of people's favourite Tekken. Anyway, that was stage 3, and I just beat Jin. And now stage 4 is Azael, which is the end boss. So in these story modes, you get 4 matches before it ends. Also, if you thought Jinpachi from Tekken 5 was bullshit, hi, let me introduce you to this bastard. Who's huge. Remember what I was saying about bloom? Look at the bloom on this guy here. He's all lights. He's got some real bullshit moves. In the story modes, he seems quite easy, but if I'm gonna play arcade in a little bit, he's a lot harder.
You win.
So he's got like those crystal things that he pierces up through the floor, which can get you real hard. Also, he can attack while moving forwards. Not attack while moving, sorry, block while moving forwards, it seems. Which he just did then. He can fire off lasers and bats, maybe? I think it is. Or some sort of black flying creature, anyway. He can stomp on you when you're down. He can to knock you over with his tail and then hit you again with his tail. And then he like does cartwheels and batters you a lot. Oh, yeah. There's that tail swipe I was just talking about. Yeah, and then he stomps on you. Yeah, I struggle to kind of read the character as well, as in what he looks like and what he's doing, because of like the character design and like the bloom and everything. He just starts rolling. I love the way I kick him and nothing happens. Although he doesn't seem to like the stagger kicks. I'll tell you that much. Yay! Got him. There we go. I cooled myself down by opening the door and then actually managed to beat him. Oh! And apparently I hit the screenshot button.
You win.
Here's the ending. Reminiscing about Armor King. Look at the emotion in his eyes. And on his face. Oh, you fool. Wait, what's that? 2 Armor Kings? What's this? The shock on his face. Wait, is that it? Is that the entire... is that the entire movie? I'm seeing double 4 Armor Kings. Offline, then we've got arcade mode, ghost battle. Fight continuously with ghost characters. That you're just fighting again and again and again with characters downloaded off the internet that are based on actual players. So 2 Armor Kings. Anyway, you can see there, fight money. I've got 1 million fight monies. So what I can actually do is go into profile and customize, and then select a character such as let's make Lars look pretty. Got different heads. Here he is with a bandana. Yeah, I think he'll look great with a bandana like that. So that bandana cost me 80,000 G. Upper body. Oh, we got all sorts. Look at this. Oh, shirtless. We want something off for his lower body. Can we go pantless? Apparently not. Oh, this music though. Yeah, I wish there was trouserless, right? Although I think the pink riding pants are probably, yeah, they're worth the money actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Great, so we've done him. Let's do King as well. We've got King going on. So we've got a different mask for King there. There we go. And so he's no longer a Jaguar. Sorry to disappoint. And they can give him a business jacket. And leather shoes. Definitely going to equip those. I don't have any extra lower body parts for him though. Oh, hello! No, this is perfect actually. This is actually perfect, yeah. And then change the costume colour, right? So the yellow is actually now going to be pink. Perfect. Colour 2 will be purple. Colour 3. Actually, I'm going to change colour 2 to white. And that way, King can say trans rights. So you can do that now. And then you can save it. And then you can go online. And, like, just... Let's see if we can we find a... Search for an open session. There we go, search. Is there anyone playing Tekken 7? No. Not Tekken 7. Is anyone playing Tekken 6 online? No. Nice to know it still works, though. Apparently the netcode on this wasn't too great, but was kind of good enough. Let's do an arcade battle, so we can look at all the characters. Start from the beginning. Kuma and Panda. Bayek, who's for, you know Bayek, look, the kickboxer dude. We've got Lei Wulong. Lovely Lei. Nina Williams. In the weird-ass costume. What's going on? Why she got a codpiece? I don't know. Craig Marduk. He looks standard. Paul Phoenix. He looks standard. Raven again from Tekken 5. Yeah, still looks like Blade. Feng from Tekken 5. Bayek, the Yorkshire kickboxer. Kazuya. Lars and Alyssa. Jin. Got Dragunov, who was introduced in Tekken 5, Dark Resurrection. Armor King! Armor King is alive, look. King. In his great new look. Julia, Anna, do you know, I'm not going to let the models load. Anna, Law, Ganryu, the sumo wrestling dude, Roger Jr., you know, the boxing kangaroo, Wang, we love Wang, Yoshimitsu. Actually, Yoshimitsu looks weird in this. Hold on. He's turned into an alien at some point. Bruce, the kickboxer. Steve Fox, the boxer. He's not as bullshit in this one, thankfully. Lee/Violet. Hayashi. Harang. Lily from Tekken 5. We'll skip those. Asuka. Devil Jin. Zhao Yu. Christy. And Eddie as separate characters, which is nice. Got Eddie in his classic outfit. Very cool. Brian Fury, Jack 6, and Mojukin, the training wooden guy. Yay, look at him go. And then 4 other new characters. We've got Bob. We've got Leo, who is a young German boy who's avenging the death of his mother or something like that. Miguel, the Spanish conquistador type guy who is avenging the death of his sister as she got killed by Jin's army while getting married. And Zafina, who is like a mystic woman. And she's the one that reveals the existence of the demon to the good guys. I'm going to play as her simply because I'm absolutely mystified by the way they've got her moving.
Zafina! Get ready for the next battle.
I'm like, is she like really over-sexualized or something? Are we going to get like a...
Leave now to value your life.
I like her eye makeup.
Round 1. Fight!
Oh, some of these levels, by the way, you can knock them through the floors and get like you start fighting in a different part of the level at that point. Yeah, I remember those hips don't lie. Now, Zafina is definitely in Tekken 8. I don't remember if she's in Tekken 7 at all.
You win. Round 2.
And I think I prefer her character design in Tekken 8, her basic costume than that. Yeah, she's a fun character. I mean, she seems to play similar to how she does in 8, in that she has like a couple of different stances and she's all over the shop in terms of her moves and stuff. That's cool. This doesn't look that much better than Tekken 5. Well, it's definitely higher res, I'll take that much.
Come on. Round 1. Fight!
It's worth pointing out as well that Tekken Tag Tournament 2 uses the same engine as this game, so it's going to look very similar when we get to that game. I don't know if that's going to be... Is that next week or not? I can't remember. Find out. ¡Ganados! ¡Ganados!
Round 2.
¡Estar aquí!
Fight!
Yeah, this does look like Resident Evil 4, doesn't it? I completely locked him down there with that. I don't think I'm going to get away with that in the next character. Yeah, that's Tekken's Nina Williams in Death by Degrees in Tekken 6. That's her right there. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself here by talking about Tekken 7 and 8, but in Tekken 7 and 8, they don't have bound moves. They have... I can't remember what they call them in 7, but they're slightly different in a better way. And people preferred that. And then Tekken 8 kind of has... They kind of make the moves like a... kind of like a mixture of the two. Which I don't know, what were they called, the Cyclone moves or something like that? And yeah, I didn't mind those at all. It basically sends people spinning off of the edge. Like that. So what, stage 5, so up to 5 already. Oh, Ganryu, here we go. Sumo guy, yay.
Round 1. Fight.
And again, they've gone absolutely berserk with the lighting. Wait, I never looked up what year this is from. Hold on, let's have a quick look. What year is Tekken 6 from? The arcade version released 2007. It came out on 360 in 2009. October 30th, 2009 in the EU, and then on PSP the month after, by the looks of it. So yeah, 2007 is right in the kind of like everything's piss yellow or brown or grey with a shitload of blue when it comes to like 360 and PS3 games. Tekken 5 definitely is one of those as well. Just see the way like all the whites are blown out on Ganryu there and everything. He looks like he's glowing. Look, they're glowing. They are literally, the skin is glow. I mean, not even a healthy glow, you know. They look like they've eaten the ready bread. Like when you look back to Tekken 4, because Tekken 4 was like the first game on the PlayStation 2. Well, the first proper one, because I'm not counting Tekken Tag Tournament. Tekken 4 was like the first shot at the next generation Tekken fighting game, and that was really disappointing, as we discovered. And this again is the first Tekken game of this console generation, of the 360 PS3 console generation.
Ready for the next battle.
And I think they certainly did a better job than Tekken 4. I'll give them that. They made some really strange choices.
Fight.
What with that scenario mode being the main mode. Like, if you want to get all the story mode things done, you're going to have to play through the game, the story mode, not the story, the scenario mode, until you get the character unlocked that you want to play as. And then you can do their story mode. And that's a little odd, and I don't want to do that at all. If I wanted to find out more about Armor King, for instance, how much do I have to play through that story mode to unlock him?
You lose.
You know what I mean? Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, so halfway through the story mode, you've got to fight a giant robot called Nancy.
Fight.
She just cut a hole in the floor and I fell through the hole in the floor. I was not expecting that. We play Soul Calibur. Yeah, the Soul Calibur games are great, aren't they? Oh, now I've got to face Evil Jin. Look at him. I mean, I put Tekken and Street Fighter above the Soul Calibur games. Even the best Soul Calibur game, which was Soul Calibur 2. I don't need to do a tier list to know that Soul Calibur 2 was the best of the Soul Calibur games. Yeah, Tekken and Street Fighter are much better than Soul Calibur, in my opinion.
Final round.
Sorry, Soul Calibur fans.
Fight.
Sorry, not sorry. Now Jin's battering me for what I've said about Soul Calibur. He likes Soul Calibur.
Leave now if you value your life.
The demon's like, you what? What did you just fucking say to me? I'm an immortal demon? What you talking about? I might quit. I think I'm going to quit because you don't get an ending in arcade mode, by the way.
6,
You just get a, oh, well done, game over.
4, 2, game over.
It's not worth me trying, and I'm running out of time. Let's see what Panda's wearing today. And Yoshimitsu's alternate costume. Whoa, look at Yoshimitsu here. I forgot Tekken 6 was where this music comes from. This is probably the best song in any Tekken game. Let's go. How good is this? Sheep everywhere, yodeling. We're up in the Alps. Oh, you can knock the sheep around. Oh, well, kind of. Oh, you can't. Oh. Uh-oh. Cruelty to sheep. Well, I can walk through them as well. Oh! Knock the sheep around. Oh, the poor things. Silly sheep. So that's Tekken 6 on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Portable and Arcade. How do we feel about this game? I think meh is where I'm at as well. There's some good aspects of it. It was fun to play. The actual fighting when you actually do the one-on-one fighting, that felt pretty good. I don't think it quite felt as good as Tekken 5. Tekken 5 was so much fun and looked cool. It had so many good new characters and a good story mode and all of that. That scenario mode was bad. Yeah, so like the negatives. Let's list the negatives. The scenario mode was crap. I don't like the Tekken Force modes, and scenario mode is part of that. So I don't like that. I don't like the way you had to unlock characters to get to the actual story modes, which you would just get out of the gate on previous Tekkens. I mean, I can't really hold this against Tekken 6 because this was what games looked like at the time. But that period of games with like the grey-brown graphics and the excess amounts of bloom in 2007. God, I'm so glad we moved past that and into actual colourful games again. Because that was bad, and Tekken 6 is right in the middle of that, unfortunately. Janky last boss, which was... I complained about Jinpachi Mishima in 5. I had no idea Azazel was that bad. Because he, like I say, he shows up in 8, and you fight him, and then he immediately gets murdered by Kazuya. I want to say a third to a half, at the third or halfway point in the story mode in 8. So I didn't really kind of get what he was about. But trying to fight him at the end of this is just, it was not good. It was not fun, and he had loads of bullshit moves. I would rather fight against Jinpachi in Tekken 5 than fucking that guy in 6. What were they thinking with that? I like the character customization though. That was fun. Giving King a white jacket and no pants. So thumbs up for that. Like I say, it played nicely enough. I know a lot of people did enjoy it. It was at Evo for a few years. Although, like I say, it seemed to be pretty unbalanced. Like the Tekken 6 Evo final that first year was Bob versus Bob. And I feel like they balanced it out after that, but it was not good. So people were kind of down about that and the changes. People didn't like the rage system. People didn't like the bound system. And it does have the yodel and sheep level, yeah. So it's got that going for it. I'm saying mid-tier. It's definitely not devilish. It's not up to Tekken 5's level, that's for sure. Also, hi Rusty, welcome on in. How are you doing? So it's definitely not going to be in Devilish. It's not up to Tekken 5. It's not up to Tekken 3, and it's not, Tekken 2. It's definitely not King of the Iron Fist, regardless of the Yodel song. Is it a button masher, though? I feel like people would take that quite controversially. Anyone who knows their Tekken might take that quite controversially. But again, this is my list. But mid-tier does feel more right. Yeah, the main mode of this game being that Tekken Force bullshit does drag it down. I wish I'd got to play it online against some actual people, though, because I think that's how most people played it back in the day, as an online competitive fighting game. And I think that's where its strength probably lies. Because people were playing Tekken 6 for quite a while. And then they made Tekken Tag Tournament 2 using the same engine. So we've got that to look forward to. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it in mid-tier. I think mid-tier is where it belongs. Because it's fun, but it's got its issues. So it's not going to ascend to Devilish. I don't think it's quite bad enough to be on the level of Button Masher. I think mid-tier is definitely where it's at. It was a hell of a lot better than Death by Degrees, though, I'll tell you that much. I took great pleasure in getting rid of that off my PlayStation 2 the other day. Bonus stage, though. There's another game, Tekken Hybrid. When was Tekken Hybrid released? Let me just find out for you. It was 2011, so this came out a few years later, exclusively for the PlayStation 3, right? So the reason it says it's got a PlayStation 2 release date was Tekken Hybrid is just Tekken Tag Tournament, but a remastered version of it called Tekken Hybrid. Can we make that bigger? There's the box. It was Tekken Tag Tournament and Tekken Tag Tournament 2 put together, along with a CGI movie called Tekken Blood Vengeance 3D. Which, you could put your 3D glasses on and stuff and watch it. But as it's... Oops, wrong. As it's just Tekken Tag Tournament. Yeah, that hell of a title, isn't it? I think that just needs to go alongside Tekken Tag on mid-tier. Yeah, it's a full-length movie. CGI movie. There's been live-action Tekken movies, by the way, and I've watched both of them, and they are awful. Absolutely awful. If you ever want a bad time watching a movie, I suggest one of the Tekken movies. Are we not going to watch it? Do you want to do a movie night on Discord one day? We can watch the Tekken movies. Join my Discord now. We can do that. You'll regret it. You'll absolutely regret it. Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is next week. So you've got that to look forward to. So enjoy that. You will find me on my Discord server throughout the week. Or you can go on my homepage there and follow me around social medias and buy my merch and stuff like that. Have a good one. I love yous all. And behave yourselves. So until next time, bye for now. Bye.